Hello, Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Void Destroyer. Now, I have cheesed my way through this particular mission, this up-and-coming mission here, and I'm going to try to do it the intended way so you guys can see how that is. Now, if I cannot do that by some miracle of mercy or nature or whatever the case is, I will definitely showcase the other way and you guys will never see this video. So, there you have it. I'm going to try to do it the way it was intended. I apparently was foolish and silly and could not figure out exactly what I needed to do, but I'm willing to give it a shot the way it was meant to be done. So, let's hope that it all pans out. I spent like 3 hours yesterday trying to record 30 minutes because I could not figure out how to do this. I found a way, but it was not the proper way. So, allegedly it's going to be much easier this time, but we'll see. We will see. So, into the next system we go.
Alex the Lion, welcome to the fields now under
Under new
ownership. Kindly surrender your ships and report for mining duty. We have you surrounded.
or something like that, right?
You poor bastages.
Alright, so, Bad Juju Magumbo is going to go down, but we are going to hop into the old Perez G, because we like the Perez G, and we are going to do some murderation, and just killage. Alright, looks like a bunch of stuff is just kind of like huggling my, my boy here, so we're gonna see if we can't murder some stuff off of our boy. And I seem to be taking a little bit more damage than I would like. So they're really, whoa, trying to... Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to hit the space bar. I meant to hit the tab key. I realize those are pretty far apart, but, well, I can do things like that. I can do things like that just fine. Alright, let's go for the Buzzard. The Buzzardian is going to be murderized. Bam. That should be it. Now we have a Zikondor, which is also myrtleized. Let's see, where else? I feel like I keep playing with the sound, and it's never 100% where I'd like it to be. I suppose I'll keep fiddling with it, and over the course of this LP, maybe by the end of it, I'll get the sound to the exact level that I hope it's at, or want it to be. There we go. So, you know, not a bad ambush tactic here. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I still am gonna stick with my same desire as I voiced in one of the last episodes that I did, that I wish that anytime you have an important ship with you, or something you have to protect, or, you know, like your command ship, for instance, the War Drum in this case, that it would show up a display on your HUD with the hull integrity of said vessel. That way you know if, for whatever reason, all these little baby attacks and these little baby ships attacking are actually doing a lot of damage, or what's going on. Because right now I have no idea how the War Drum is doing. I assume it's doing fine, but you never can tell until you get up in the business. Because look, they're kind of like butt-huggling the War Drum again, like pretty heavily. I'm pretty sure the War Drum's fine, but you never can tell 100%, you know? Well, let's take a look. The War Drum's actually a lot weaker than it was last time I did this. Like, the War Drum never got even slightly hurt the last time. Well, these things are just grinding away at it, so it is simply what it is. Is that it? Is that all of the ships and things that are going to attack the War Drum? I think part of the problem is that a lot of our allied troops are shooting at missiles and other various implements at the War Drum. And it's probably causing a little bit of problems. Or a few problems, a little bit of chaos, mess, pain, suffering, agony. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely happening, and it's happening quite well. I'm sorry, guys. I woke up about 2 hours ago, but it doesn't seem like my voice wants to get out of the I'm still sleepy mode. So if I sound a little bit more tired than normal, or my voice has like a different tone or pitch, that's probably why. I think we might have slain everything. Nope. We missed one, at least.
But we're coming for ya. You will not survive through the day.
And bam. And little tiny bit of a barrage abilitation, and we said good day. Oh, I always get hit by a bunch of missiles, which I'm going to assume was just, fired from our own allies, actually, because there's no other ships here. So yeah, our allies just missiled us down a little bit there, which is sweet, sweet nice of them. Alright, Lieutenant Robinson,
Looks like they don't make pirates like they used to, sir.
don't get cocky yet. Former miners don't make great soldiers. Considering that rocks don't shoot back, they didn't do half bad. What's our status? Both gates are being jammed. The Mark 13 is here, but she appears to be disabled. Have you attempted to contact her? We're calling, but no one's answering. Their comms are probably offline too. And I'm sure whoever is jamming us isn't waiting behind that giant asteroid. Either way, the 13 needs help. Well, let's get this ambush over with then. Be nice and try to act surprised. You know, my friend, arrogance and cockiness is definitely a bad thing to be showcasing right now. Definitely a bad thing to be showcasing. But we're going to hop in the war drum. We're going to wait till the war drum is actually healed up. But we're going to at least start positioning ourselves for this up-and-coming battle. So I'm going to turn off my counter jets, and we'll start to float over this way. So my goal for this series, folks, is to try to do about 2 episodes a week. I know I've said this in the past, but things are changing around here at Bumpy McSquigum's Land. I don't know. I don't have anything cool like Splattercat's Nerd Castle, but things are changing here, and I'm trying to mold my time differently here, like physically. So everything should be a bit more streamlined on my end, which should make it easier and more consistent. That being said, being able to do 2 videos of this a week, plus everything else that I'm doing, shouldn't be outside the realm of possibility. Especially if everything pans out the way I hope it will. Now, I could plan for more, and I love the fact that they've written on top of these asteroids. They wrote a bunch of different stuff. That's pi plus heart, I guess. Anyhow, all that being said, if everything works the way it should, and the way I hope it will, we should be just fine to go about our business here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow my roll here, and again, we want to be at 100% when we go into this fight. I don't know whether or not this is actually going to work, but we're going to end up showcasing some of the skills that your maneuverable and hopefully super agile war drum. I know it doesn't feel that way when you're actually piloting it, but the war drum is relatively agile with the charge and retreat or withdraw abilities. In the top left corner, if you take a look up there, you will see it. And we're going to hope that I can actually pull this off. Now, there's no telling whether it's going to work or not, but I have my hopes. I'm going to attempt... You know what? Nah. We'll just do it this way. Alright, I'm going to try to get a decent view here of what I need to actually accomplish. So we'll try for it. We'll try for it. Alright, folks, sorry I had to make a cut there, but it is what it is, simply put, folks. Now, I've made a save point to actually do this over and over again, because this fight is actually a little bit tough. It's a little challenging, more so than you might think. So I am going to attempt to do this the way it was designed to be done by the developer. And if I manage it, I will be super duper stoked, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm highly doubting my ability to do so. Because every time I try, it just doesn't seem to work. Like, the concept is there, and I can appreciate the concept, and I like the fact that it is a way of doing a boss fight that I would not have thought of before. But at the same time, it doesn't actually seem to work for me, and I don't know why. I don't know why I can't get this to go the way it's supposed to go. So when the ambush comes out here, which is any second now, we should be just about close enough. We're going to attempt to outmaneuver our enemy here. So here they come. From the AJR, the attack jar, I don't know, the AJR asteroid here. They're hidden inside, and they're coming out to do some murder. And it's not going to be fun. So as soon as this comes up, we're going to go into time dilation mode. And time dilation is activated. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to select all of our hopeful ships here. Have them all launch an attack on the digger. And get back out. Going to, once again, reposition my camera. Going to do forward thrust full. And I'm going to turn off everything. And we're going to hope that we can outmaneuver this ship, and it does not look like that's going to be in the cards. At least not 100%. Alright, now we're going full reverse thrust. And we're going to try our very best to actually take out the digger. Now the problem is, this is exactly the situation I did not want to get into. And unfortunately, it seems like this is exactly the situation that I got into again. I wanted to be able to dodge the first attack, and unfortunately that did not happen. So that now puts me in this very, very awkward position where I'm going to be getting attacked by several things, and I'm going to have to continually run from this guy. Which, I gotta say, I'm not a super big fan of. However, what I am a pretty big fan of is throwing out a lot of extra stuff that might actually hurt him, while repositioning myself, maybe to look over this way. And maybe do forward thrust this way. I keep firing on him as long as I can, but I think we're going to get smacked again here in a moment. I'm hoping that we can avoid this, but it looks like he's just going to crash right into us. So again, but in theory we'll be able to outmaneuver him. And indeed we did. And it looks like the majority of our fleet is getting absolutely massacred, and that is very unpleasant to me. But we're also doing quite a bit of damage against him, so I mean, we'll try it this way. This is about half the way I did it before. And again, I don't feel this is the correct way to do it, but it is simply what I am doing right now. And what I think I would also like to do is maybe try... It's out of range of that command, huh? Okay. Well, the digger is going down slowly, so, I mean, that is definitely working to our advantage. We're going to continue our thrusts here and hope that we can actually take him totally out of the game. Going to continue to fire on him. And I'm going to go in this direction, if at all possible. The digger is having a very, very bad day. It is trying to catch up to us, but it's not really working for him. So what I have now is basically I've hit F and I've turned off the like auto-correct thing, so it doesn't reposition my ship when I don't want it to. It doesn't stop my engines from going and trying to bring me back to 0 speed when I'm not thrusting in a specific position. So that's kind of what's going on right now, and I feel like we're actually winning this a little bit better than I did before, but the problem is our entire fleet got massacred again. This fight is going to take quite some time to handle, but as you guys see, it's actually going pretty well for us, even at this point. So, I'm going to do that, and I think I'm just going to do full thrust to the back again. And just the last little bit here is all we need to actually be victorious against him. I think the way we're shooting him right now, we're actually not doing what I'd like. Alright, we're going to try and capture him. And there we go. We actually captured one of his guys and sent it back at him. And now I'm trying to get off to the side here so I can do a little bit more damage to him. Because I think if you shoot directly into the drills, you're not going to do a whole lot. So we're going to try to circle back in and see if we can't finish him off. And if we're fortunate, we'll be able to. Now, I did manage to dodge the first initial... Well, I didn't dodge the first initial thrust, but I didn't take severe damage. What basically happens is he locks you in and he just wrecks you. I mean, he just totally destroys your soul, and it's really, really bad. It's quite awful. But the war drum is... Or not the war drum. The digger is down now. So now we can just pretty much get back into stuff here and hopefully start doing some murderation, because we're pretty far out. In fact, we're so far out that I would very, very much like to activate my gravity drive to catch back up to things. Because I feel like we're so far away at this point that we're never going to get going back on the right path. So we'll do that, and we'll hope that eventually here we start going forward instead of backwards. I never thought I'd see an intact drilled ship. It was almost the last thing we saw. What's our situation? The jamming's gone. We have control of the gates and contact with the Palm. Speaking of... Commander, glad to see you're still in one piece. Nice to see you, too. Before the jamming took effect, we caught a glimpse of the tactical update and saw the Mark 13. We've rigged up some repair corvettes and sent them your way to help. Our shipyards are also standing by to reinforce you via the gate. You may want to stock up on everything, sir, especially marine frigates. We haven't heard anything from our bases. As much as I hate the thought of having to retake our own bases, good advice is good advice. Alright, so good stuff is going to start coming through the gate. We'll be able to reinforce and do battle with all this wonderful, horrible, awful stuff that's still here. Moments after the battle with the Digger, the repair corvettes are entering the system. Now, those things are cool because they actually do float up and repair whatever ships you want them to. So that is sweet, sweet nice. They should be coming toward me, but you never can tell. Alright, so while I'm getting ready to do my jump here, I'm going to time dilate once again. And I am going to not do that. I'm going to order a whole bunch of ships built. And I think I'm just going to put everything on repeat. As best I can. I mean, like, just about everything on repeat. And we'll do like maybe 2 Perez M's if we can get them in there, and then maybe a few Raiders and an Arsonist and maybe a Duelist or something. I don't know. And I don't think those are the most powerful of ships, but it should still be okay. Alright, we're going to go back in, undilate time. And any minute now we should be able to do some gravity jumping. And hopefully... Okay, can I stop the gravity drive? Alright. So gravity drive is now disengaged. However, we still have various problems. So we're going to just pretty much control the war drum for right now. And we're going to fire on anything that we can get close enough to actually hit. So that's going to be the Palm. I know I have things behind me that are probably trying to bear down and chase me and kill me and murder me and all that wonderful fun stuff. But I think we'll be okay. Alright, it looks like we have caught up to him and down he goes, maybe? There we go, the missiles are out, down he goes. We're going to come over to this side of things. Now again, this was probably not the ideal way of doing things, obviously. But it simply happened, and I'm just going to have to deal with it, I suppose. Alright, I don't know how far away that vulture is, but I'm sure we'll manage to kill it off eventually here. Trying to fight this guy, but he is a little bit more maneuverable than we are. Alright, it looks like a lot of our auto shooty pew pew stuff is going on, and war drum's actually fine, really fine. Now, I tried a few different strategies. Like, originally one of my first things that I tried to do was I tried to actually use the gravity jump to get away and buy some time. Oh wow, they're like right on top of me, aren't they? Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm going to utilize some of you guys. Once again. Actually, we're getting annihilated a little bit here. Maybe I should continue my forward journey back to the jump gate, because as it stands right now, we are not winning that fight. So I'm going to get a little bit closer to the rest of our fleet, and they look like they have the ability to jump as well, so hopefully we end up getting at least somewhat close to them. And yeah, they're all right there doing some work. So we got out there pretty far. I mean, we were traveling at what, about 90, 100, I guess meters per second or minute or whatever it is. And yeah, we got out pretty darn far with the driller chasing us the whole time. And we're pretty close to... Oh, not really. We're still 10,000 out. Well, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. I do really enjoy the gravity drives in this. The jump drives are... it is the gravity drives. The gravity travel makes things so much easier when you do something silly like I did there. close are we now? I think we're close enough to start really kind of laying into them. Well, they're kind of being handled as is right now. I mean, we should have things coming in behind us at this point as well. Well, let's see if we can't go and do some murderation over here. I'm going to say that I should be able to do this as well. I do prefer this, actually, to the prettier version for some unknown reason. I think actually I do know the reason. I think the reason is it's easier to know what's good and what's bad. And I think that's kind of an important thing. Ow. Are those missiles flying at us? I think they are. Alright, well, we're still closing with this guy, but it's taken us quite a while. And it looks like other things are coming out of their gravity drive jumps to chase us down as well. Which is fine. We're almost to the vulture here. Alright, we're going to eat some more missiles, but we're looking pretty good. And it looks like our turrets are just laying into this guy as well. Oh, we have more things coming. It's okay. We're almost within range to start really hurting this guy in front of us, too. Which is kind of nice. I say almost in range, and I do mean almost. We're not quite there. We're getting close. Now we're starting to see the lead icon. And we should be able to start doing a little bit more damage, but we're starting to take a lot of gunfire, shots, and hatred. So there is that. Alright, looks like we're actually landing quite a few shots on them. There we go. Alright, I'm going to reposition myself to head toward our wonderful friend here. And there we are, and we're going to do... I'm going to try to actually capture him, even though he's pretty weak at this point. There we go, he is now on our side. We have an ally in this. Alright, so I got my positioning correct again. I'm going to go into command mode. And we're going to see if I can't position myself to a point where nothing is trying to murder me anymore. I actually think we might have just finished the last individual that was after me. Nope, there's still several more coming. Okay, well that's good to know. Looks like that thing is on its way as well. Another one of the tightest dealies. Perhaps that one we might be able to salvage and bring with us. Let's hope. Not sure what the range is that we need for that, so let's see if we can't get him within range. There it is. We will dodge some of the hatred and such. And he is now ours. Very nice. I don't know if it's a temporary thing or what the case is, but either way you look at it, it's not so bad for us. Alright, I'm going to go out and switch ships finally. I can actually do that. Who knew? Alright, well, we probably prefer... Yeah, give me that Perez G. Let's get going with it. Alright, so we're in the Perez G. We're going to go find the remaining ships that are out in the outskirts here. And try to murder them up. And then I'm probably going to break out the episode any minute now. Because this one went a little, I wouldn't say a little long, but it was a little hectic, a little crazy. And, well, I figured you guys deserved me to actually do it better than I had in the past. Like, there was a lot of fail that I threw out there. And even this one was not exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping I would do significantly better than I did, and well, as you guys saw, I still ended up having to do the improper way of fighting, but it worked. It is a way. That's kind of the beauty of the games like this. There are several ways to get things accomplished, and unfortunately I had to use the cheese way. Go cheese way, go! Alright, and down you go. Next. Next up, we have... Where are you? Whoa, whoa, we're getting shot at from all angles here, ladies and gentlemen. We will try to outfit ourselves just so, and bam. Well, I guess it's not outfit, but position. Position ourselves just so. Just so. Alright, what's up next? Well, we're getting shot a lot by a vulture. I suppose we could fire back if we were so inclined. There we go. We were so inclined, and we did fire back. And down he goes, and that leaves us with... There's got to be more. There's gots to be more. There is. How far away are you, good sir? You are like right there. You're a loader. You're a dead loader. And we said good day. Alright, what's next? Who remains? Who remains? You do. You're not very far away either. Dead. And you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen. Gone. There it is. That should be the last of the enemies. Now it's just repair, recover, and... Oh, I was incorrect again. Isn't that always the way? Aren't I always wrong? I'm like, that's it, I've done it. Nope, have not done it. Not even sort of. And blammo. And good day. Alright, that might be it now. No way to be sure. Wait. Aha. We have found yet another enemy. Another nemesis that we must slay. Okay, so that should have done it. Now let's get back over to our little group here. And we're going to check out our fleet and everything else and make sure everything is up and running and kosher. And I gotta say, I don't really understand right now why this isn't fully repaired yet. We sent repair ships over here. I know I built them. What happened to them? What happened to them? Actually, what happened to... Like, we're missing a lot of ships. There's the war drum. There's... Is that the... Is that the one we're supposed to be? No, that's not it. This is the one. No, that's me. Where? Oh, right there. Gosh, I'm blind, folks. I am totally blind. Alright. So that being said and or done... There we go. Looks like we have some more ships still out on the outskirts. We'll send them over here to Rendezvous or Rendezvous with the good old war drum. And that is where I'm going to break off the episode. In the next episode, we will hopefully be able to heal up the Mark 13, get everybody else healed up, and then deal with stuff as we see fit. As we see fit. So, that's the hope, that's the goal, that's the dream. Hopefully these ships don't just repair... Oops. Don't just repair, like, the one ship that we clicked. Hopefully they, like, fly around and, like, auto-repair stuff. There's no telling whether or not they will do that. That's my hope. So, the Mark 13 is being repaired, and with that, ladies and gentlemen... Actually, they might have already repaired me up a little bit, I don't know. But, either way, with that, folks, I'm going to break off the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. Again, ideally, you would be able to dodge... Maybe get him to charge you perpendicularly, you know, like, oh, there he goes, it is repairing, that's nice. Like, charge directly at us, like T-bone, like trying to T-bone us, and then before he gets to us, we just thrust forward and then he misses. And then when he does a circle back around to attack us again, we make sure we're positioned the same way, and then we do the reverse thrust, and we just keep doing that. Dodging him like a matador would a bull, for instance. So that's the way the fight's supposed to go, but unfortunately I just don't have the skills, apparently, to press the button or position my ship at the right time. I don't know. Either way, folks, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll read what good old Lieutenant Robinson has to say, and then we will break it off. We have contact with the Mark 13. Thanks for the rescue, War Drum. Our orders were to investigate digger attacks on cargo ships. They ambushed us while we were on patrol, shot down our escorts, and carved a hole in our hull and left us to suffocate. Those bastages. Wait, am I seeing straight? If you are seeing your old commander jacked into the war drum, you are. There's more bad news. We have an MU rebellion on our hands. It looks like the diggers took advantage. Do you have the codes to reinitialize the Beta Gate? Affirmative, Commander. Initialize the gate and then fall into formation. We have a lot of work to do. Alright, folks. And with that, that will end this particular episode of Void Destroyer. I want to thank you all for joining me. And yeah, this was a little bit of a stressful one for me, but I did manage to finally get through it, and to me that kind of makes up for all the shenanigans and everything else. This was actually a really tough boss fight, and even though I found kind of a cheesy way to get through it, I don't know. I think, like, unless there's going to be a lot more challenging boss fights coming, I think that this might have been too difficult for, like, the second mission outside of the tutorial zone. I feel like this was really, really challenging. Like, I banged my head against a wall for, like, 6-7 attempts before I kind of figured out I can turn off my, my auto stop, like, basically my inertia dampeners, and keep going and gaining speed and just basically outrunning him. But then your entire fleet gets killed. I don't know. It just seemed like an exceptionally difficult mission for so early in the game. So, if this is a portent of things to come, well, we're going to be having a lot of issues throughout this LP. But I'm still having fun with the game. I really, really do enjoy it, and I hope you guys did as well. Either way, that's going to do it for this episode. I will catch you guys next time with more Void Destroyer. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums, and I will see you later.